Hi and welcome to Sci-Fi Fans, I'm your host Wayne, and in this video I'd like to talk to you about the second film in the Hobbit trilogy, and that is of course The Desolation of Smaug. Now, like many people, I was a bit sceptical as to how they could draw a thin novella book, I believe it'd be classed as a novella because it's not very big, into a trilogy of films. Kind of a bit like what they've done with the Harry Potter franchise and the Fantastic Beasts franchise, where J.K. Rowling initially wrote a very small book and she did have 5 films planned for that particular franchise. I believe that's kind of come off the rails a little bit because the box office receipts for the third film weren't all that great. Could be Johnny Depp issues, could be many other issues, but we're not talking about Harry Potter, we're talking Lord of the Rings. So yeah, this is the second film in the Hobbit trilogy, and I don't mind the Hobbit films. Now, they're not as great or as good as the Lord of the Rings films, but they certainly encompass and have that aesthetics of the original trilogy, which were the sequels. It gets a bit complicated, sequels, prequels, and in between. Anyway, here are some trivia facts that you probably didn't know about The Desolation of Smaug. Orlando Bloom is going to be synonymous, I think, with his character of Legolas. But did you know that during the filming of The Desolation of Smaug, Orlando Bloom performed all of his own stunts? Now, I'm not sure if this is related with Orlando Bloom performing all of his own stunts, but in The Desolation of Smaug, this is the first time that we see his character, Legolas, actually cut himself and bleed on screen. Now, whether or not it was a cost-cutting exercise, and I'd be surprised if it was given the fact that the Lord of the Rings films are made on substantial budgets, but rather than use helicopters for some of the overhead and aerial shots, they actually employed and used drones. As far as I'm aware, no member of the Tolkien family have appeared in the Lord of the Rings franchise up until this point. In The Desolation of Smaug, J.R.R. Tolkien's great-grandson, Royd Tolkien, has a cameo. Now, in order to view him and his role within the film, you'd have to watch the extended edition of The Desolation of Smaug. You'll then have to wait for the scene in which the Gondorian Rangers are dealing with the dead body of the Witch King of Angmar. He, J.R.R. Tolkien's grandson that is portraying one of the captors of the Gondorian Rangers. I don't know about you, but I really like Benedict Cumberbatch as an actor. Some of his roles have been really outstanding, and I love the way he portrays Doctor Strange in the Marvel Universe. However, he also portrayed the voice and the character of Smaug in The Desolation of Smaug. I didn't realise though until I was investigating the trivia for this episode that he was a big fan of The Hobbit, and his father, Timothy Colton, I believe, would actually read him The Hobbit to him quite regularly as a bedtime story. I really love it when an actor or actress gets so wrapped up in the character that they come up with unique ideas and unique ways of making that character appear more believable or give it a specific aesthetic on screen. Benedict Cumberbatch is no exception, and it was actually his idea to write and read the necromancer's black speech backwards, and then have it edited so they reversed the footage so it was then played forwards so you could understand what he was saying, in order to make it sound more demonic and unholy. And that's where I'm going to wrap up this video on The Desolation of Smaug. Hope you've enjoyed yourself here watching me on YouTube. If you have, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. YouTube are doing some funny things with the algorithm, and that's why us YouTubers are requesting that you do that small little thing to help out the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does go a long way of showing your appreciation for what I do, and also sends a message to YouTube that people are interested in what I'm doing. Thanks again for your time, and don't forget to come back next video, for some more movie trivia. While I'm here and while I've got your attention, I'd just like to say that I do a weekly podcast where I discuss the films that I talk about here on YouTube in more detail. Podcast episodes go out every Monday, and if you like a little bit of 15-second movie trivia, then don't forget you can check me out on TikTok as well under Sci-Fi Fans 1, sci.fi1, and you'll see everything's branded the same with the same logo and all that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.